We have with us Dr. S Unnikrishnan Nair, the Director of VSSC and also the Launch Vehicle Specialist, joining us. First, let me just take this question to Gaganyaan mission. Now, as far as the country is concerned, ISRO and VSSC is concerned, this is going to be a prestigious mission. Could you just share the significance of this mission and what are the challenges that you are facing as far as this mission is concerned?
This Gaganyaan is an inflection point in our program. Yes. It was first time we are embarking on a mission where humans are going to space. True. And we are going to bring them back safely. So when we have humans on board, the attitude to the mission should be totally different. We are always concerned about the security and safety of the crew. Since humans are there, we need to provide a living environment there. And then during ascent or orbital phase and descent, we need to take care of their multiple needs, like food, water, and then managing waste, and then maintaining the environment, maintaining the appropriate pressure, so many things. So the most important thing what we do here in VSSC is making the vehicle for taking the crew to space. So we call it as human rated launch vehicle.
Okay.
So we know that our most powerful vehicle is LVM3.
Yeah.
So we human rate it.
Yeah.
So make it more robust, add more redundancies, make it more reliable. And then it is called human rated LVM3. And most important thing is, that typical vehicle has got a payload fairing where the satellite is going to be placed.
Okay.
Those areas we are going to replace with the orbital module, and it will have a crew escape system at the tip.
Okay.
So then we do many things like instead of a typical dual redundant avionics, we for quad redundant avionics. Okay. And we will have a integrated vehicle health management system that will monitor very vital parameters and then take appropriate decision to abort or not, depending upon the vehicle health or crew condition.
Okay.
So altogether it is engineering wise and also managing the the health of the crew and take appropriate decision at the right time. Is it is a big challenge, and we are progressing in it.
Right. So as far as the crew members are concerned, how many crew members are expected to be there, and when do you think that this mission is going to happen?
Now we have right now 4 astronaut trainees are getting trained.
Right.
So number we will decide depending upon the situation. First mission it can always
Yes.
But we can take maximum of 3 crew. That is the capacity of the crew module that we are designing.
Right.
Then the timeline, that already our chairman has mentioned it.
Okay.
But what we are now focusing more on is qualifying the system.
Okay.
We need to do a number of tests. So the first and one of the most important tests that we are going to do soon, maybe in another couple of months, is demonstrating the performance of the escape system in flight condition.
Right.
So we have a small test vehicle for that.
Okay.
We mount the escape system over that.
Okay.
And then we take it to atmosphere at appropriate altitude.
Right.
We take it to a transonic condition, that is the time where the vehicle speed crosses from subsonic to supersonic.
Right, sir.
That condition, we activate the escape system and see how it is performing, and the capsule is coming, and we have so many measurements and see the parameters are all acceptable to humans. So that is going to happen first, but there will be series of tests culminating in an unmanned flight somewhere in the next year.
Okay.
And then we will have multiple unmanned flights, and then we will take up the manned mission.
True. Sir, now just taking you through the Chandrayaan 3 mission, generally could you just explain to our viewers basically what are the challenges you faced and as far here, and how significant is this mission as far as the country is concerned?
Now the Chandrayaan, we are going from Earth to a destination that is 3.8 lakh kilometers away from us, and compared to Earth, the gravity there is nearly 1/6 of Earth's gravity.
Yes.
So the main challenge is that mission, that is taking off from here and then reaching a point on moon.
Yes.
So that end-to-end mission management is the biggest challenge. So there the first part of the race was VSSC's role, that is injecting it into the precise orbit.
True.
With the initial conditions, so that it can be gradually the velocity can be increased and it can leave the Earth's gravitational field, and as
Right.
you know that with the last firing of the motor,
Yes.
it has escaped from the Earth's gravitational field and it is on a intermediate path. That is, it is escaped the Earth's gravity.
Okay.
It is going to the Moon's gravity.
Right.
And then next maybe on 5th, then next firing will come where it will go around the Moon, or it will be under the influence of Moon's gravity.
Right.
And then the reverse sequence, reducing it and further making it coming to a 100-kilometer orbit. From there 100 by 30-kilometer elliptical orbit, and from there making a soft landing. So it's engineering wise as well as making the payloads,
Yes.
and mission wise and managing the mission. All these things are challenges, and you know that landing on Moon
Yeah.
where there is no atmosphere.
True.
See, when a body is re-entering Earth's atmosphere, 99% of the energy we
Yes.
kill by aerobraking.
True.
But in Moon there is no atmosphere for
Yes.
aerobraking, and hence the entire energy management is done by firing the thrusters in the opposite direction. So the strategy, so all these things are important, and also going through the space and then the radiation environment and the temperature extremes and the sensors, payloads, all these things should work. So there are multiple challenges.
True. Sir, as far as VSSC is concerned, what are the main missions and the projects which is underway right now as far as future is concerned, which you are working with?
VSCC is the mother center of ISRO, where all launch vehicles are designed, realized, and then launched from Sriharikota. Of course, when we say a launch vehicle, there are other centers also involved in, like propulsion systems will come from LPSC, that is in Trivandrum, and the inertial sensors will come from IASU.
Yes.
And then we have a Mahendragiri where they make the liquid stages, and
Yes.
the SHAR they do the solid motor casting and then do the logistics for launching it and all other things. So it's a combined activity.
Right.
So here we have the PSLV, of course you know that.
Yes.
Then it's on a production mode.
Yes.
We have GSLV.
Yes.
GSLV had some issues with respect to the last flight. There was a technical glitch in cryo, which
Yes.
is rectified, and we recently had a successful mission.
Okay.
And then SSLV, that
Right.
is the small satellite vehicle, which is mostly targeted for 500 kg to
Yes.
500 kilometer. That is also we had 2 flights, and the second flight was a successful flight.
Okay.
And then that is also now getting ready for its next flight.
Okay.
Then LVM3, which
Yes.
we had 2 commercial mission for OneWeb, where we have launched 36 each mission, 72
Okay.
satellites we have launched.
Okay.
The same LVM3 launched the Chandrayaan.
Okay.
Then now the same LVM3 will be modified for Gaganyaan and manned flight.
Okay.
And then these are all the launch vehicle related activities. Then we
Okay.
have other technology development activities like reusable launch vehicle. You may
Okay.
recall last April we made a
Yes.
perfect landing of a winged 1.6 ton winged aircraft at Chitradurga on a runway with a very, very exact accuracy of something like less than 20 centimeter. So that was a fully autonomous,
Yes.
no human intervention. And we also work on scramjet propulsion technology development. We
Right.
have a sounding rocket program that is
Okay.
actually a test bed every month we launch.
Right.
That we use for many technology development like avionics system, first time what you develop, or some inflatable aerodynamic decelerators we have tested using the
Correct.
sounding rocket, and or scramjet propulsion that also we test in sounding rockets before we go to full-fledged mission. And scramjet also we have a program of a long duration flight.
Right.
And there are hundreds of new technology development activities that
This
are
is
going
happening.
on parallel
Right.
in many entities.
Okay. Sir, what about the human rating process of the LVM3 rocket that's been used for Gaganyaan? Could you please explain about that?
Now, human rating, as I was telling, we as well as the crew should have confidence in flying on a vehicle.
Okay.
We know that a launch vehicle has got hundreds and hundreds of components, especially
Yes.
a liquid stage or a cryo stage.
Yes.
Has got so many active parts like turbines, valves, so many things are there. And it has got an avionics system,
Okay.
which is usually a dual redundant. That is, if first chain fails, it goes to second chain. So basically, a launch vehicle has so many subsystems.
Yes.
And the reliability of a launch vehicle, if you take Soyuz, which has done so many manned flights,
True.
it will be of the order of 0.97 or 0.98 maximum. That is the type of reliability. That is, 100 flights you can have 2 failures, but you cannot have, obviously, we cannot definitely fly humans in such situation.
True.
So what we do, we always focus on the escape system with a higher reliability, one order of higher reliability.
Right.
So in case anything happens with the launch vehicle, we ensure that the escape system is activated during the entire regime.
Okay.
And the crew is rescued, that has got a higher reliability.
Okay.
So designing, testing, and then demonstrating a high reliability escape system is one great challenge.
Okay.
But at the same time, what we also look at the launch vehicle from top to bottom, and then look at the seals. If there are 2 seals, make it more redundant, and look at the structural factors and increase the structural factors. And the avionics system dual, instead of that you go for a quad system, so that even if 1 or 2 fails, still we can continue the mission and have a fully instrumented maybe TMR mode, that is triple mode redundant mode measurements of vital parameters, and look at the vehicle health and take a decision on board whether the vehicle is healthy at any time. If the vehicle is deviating from its path, activate the escape system and rescue the crew. And then there are so many, it is a process which will address the vehicle, also the ground system, and also it's a process by which we take every care to ensure that we give maximum utmost care to ensure the safety of the crew and ensure a very high reliability for the crew life, rather than talk about the mission success. So we even fly on a very shallow trajectory, at the cost of payload, to ensure that any time from the trajectory we can activate the escape system so that the physiological conditions of the crew are not violated. So there are so many approaches. That approach, integrated approach, is called human rating.
Okay, right, sir. So as far as the startup missions are concerned, now the central government is providing a lot of importance, giving a lot of importance for startup mission projects. So what are the mission projects as far as VSSC is concerned? How are you contributing to it?
You know that startups, there is a mechanism now called in space. So that is the interface for all startups. So they approach in space. In space, we look at which center has got the capability. We have certain capabilities, like even if it is solid motor, or doing some mission studies, or some testing of liquid engines, or doing some aerodynamic testing, or giving some avionics system, or design consultancy. So that way, whatever we come through in space, we entertain them, we enter into dialogue with them, and then we give the support. We extend our facilities, we give our technical advice, and that process is going on, and multiple startups are making use of that facility. And it's a good decision that private firms are also coming into it, and thereby we collectively are making the space program more and more shiny.
True. And how has been the reaction of the youngsters, basically? Are more people coming forward for startup
Very much. You can see the last launch, the PSLV launch, or even the Gaganyaan launch, the gallery at Shar, which can hold something like 10,000 plus overflowing. And then thousands of students were seen waiting outside and even on the road, and wherever they have gaps, they were watching, taking videos, cheering. And the countdown from 10 onwards, they all collectively count down and then push the vehicle up. So you can imagine,
the kind of
at least
enthusiasm.
few of them get inspired and they come back and they join. And we know wherever we go for talks and other things, they come and ask, how do I can come and join ISRO? So it is doing a lot of, in terms of making them more aware about the science and technology, and then joining in such cutting edge technology development program. So definitely they are enthused, they want to come and join organizations like ISRO.
Sir, also finally regarding the Gaganyaan mission, how is the international attention as far as Gaganyaan is concerned? How are other countries looking up to India as far as this mission is concerned, do you think?
We know that already the US has gone. Even US also, private firms are now, like SpaceX, they are sending humans to space station. USSR has been there with their Soyuz vehicle.
True.
China
has already done.
last so many years. They are also sending people, they have their own space station, and other countries have sent persons through either Soyuz or the space shuttle.
Yes.
And even including Rakesh Sharma from India, he has gone through Soyuz. So human space program is something which not many countries are doing, only few countries are doing, because we need that much of technology and that much of capability for the launch work. So it's and it is not only about engineering alone. There are human centric aspects, making the what you call as the astronaut training center facilities.
Yes.
And that is a different stream. So and we also we also get international collaboration in some areas, like doing the wind tunnel test or buying certain things. That also is there. So it's a moving well.
And sir, when is the time expected for the Chandrayaan 3? Any information?
Chandrayaan 3, it's available in our website.
Yes.
Targeted landing is on August 23rd.
Yes.
Maybe in the evening or so. But then it is a dynamic process. We need to do so many firing and then adjust it.
Yes.
So depending upon the further progress, 23rd is the targeted one.
Yes.
If everything goes well, if any one opportunity you miss, it may affect the landing date. But August 10th is the timeline
fixed.
ISRO is targeting to make soft landing on Moon.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing your time with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you.